Okay, everything looks fine. So thank you for joining today. I just wanted to point it out for all my audience that we have to be very careful during these days by adding the long positions on the crypto market. The problem is that we are facing many difficult moment on the cryptos. It is not the right moment to add on the long positions. That is why I began this live stream. As we can see, after BlockFi already filed for bankruptcy and crypto contagion from FTX collapse spreads, as we can see. This is a breaking news that was shared approximately 2 hours ago, and I think that this is going to have very big impact in the market. But after 20 to 30 minutes that this news was shared, we can see that the price increased up again by speculation. So look at the speculation that is actually happening here. It is not normal at all that in these conditions we see Bitcoin to rise. So Bitcoin had the possibility to increase since November 24 when it was at the top. It was 60,000 and 800 approximately. We saw Bitcoin that was on Thursday close. It was this is from today morning. Sorry, price was at 16,600 and it made the crash. So it doesn't make sense all of this pullback here. So we have to be very careful. During the previous time on November 16, it was somewhere on this point. Just one moment to place this. It was somewhere here. We saw the price to create all this bearish move because everything was addressed to this news that is related also with 3 others again. So on November 16th, we can see that Gemini, BlockFi, and Genesis announcing new restrictions as FTX contagion spreads. So this was shared on November 16th, as we can see, and we are having 3 different brokers here that they stopped withdrawal in the brokers. The problem is that right now that BlockFi is the first one that already filed for bankruptcy, and probability is very high that probably it can be spread also on the others. After this news came out, the BlockFi news, that is very bad news, we can see that after some other minutes, it was shared after 1 hour, so it was 40 minutes late. Another news that is related with Genesis, but they are trying to support the positive effect at this moment. So Genesis bankruptcy by end of year now at 59%. So sentiment on Bitcoin investor pivots. We can see that at this article, they are just supporting the idea that Genesis Group is actually doing very well. So the peak value was at 81. Thus, the narrative appears to have pivoted to an extent that the problem is fixable for Genesis and the DCG. So this is by expert opinion, and it was shared in line with what happened. So this is just to support that they are doing good, they are recovering. But on the other hand, we have to be very cautious about this situation, in my opinion. As long as BlockFi is the first one that is showing these problems, we had also Gemini and Genesis that already stopped withdrawals on November 16th. So this is something that I want to point out here, and we have to be very careful. For those of you that don't know what happened with Genesis, is that they blamed FTX about the problem with the liquidity and the problems that FTX created. As we can see at this part, as part of bankruptcy proceeding, the brokerage has filed a 1.2 billion claim against Three Arrows Capital. So Genesis has problems also from Three Arrows Capital, and now they are not covering the liquidity problems that they are actually having. Also, on the other hand, we have the parent company, DCG Group, that they also supported with 140 million equity infusion to cover losses to uh, Genesis. But as we can see, also this part didn't help a lot for Genesis to pass through this problem. So this is why we have to be careful overall, because this is spreading too much as I see. Also, BlockFi, when the news came out about this too, it was shared also from, we can see here, BlockFi is also planning to lay off more of its workers. This was shared from Wall Street Journal. Just one moment. The decision reflects a sign of contagion outside of BlockFi, which is reportedly preparing for a potential bankruptcy filing, according to Wall Street Journal. So this was at the beginning, and now this is becoming real. That is why we have to be very careful. But what we can see from the technical perspective here. So if we are going to look at Bitcoin on the longer time frame, this is what I'm looking at right now. So this is the bigger picture, just a moment. This is the picture that I was actually looking at. And as you can see, Bitcoin is blocked below the previous structure. So there are many possibilities how Bitcoin can develop at this moment. It can complete this type of correction below the structure, and probability is also high that it can move even lower. But with the actual situation, we have to be very careful. This is holding strong, and we are in a type of broken triangle here. So this is the actual situation and the worst scenario that may happen actually on Bitcoin. A possible and good scenario that we may see is that if the price is going to develop between this point, so let's say the lower part of the support area and the upper part, and within two areas, it comes between 15,500 and 17,300. However, I don't know how the price may find any strong bullish volume at this moment, despite that we can see this type of moves. It doesn't make sense too much, despite that we have buyers on the lower side. On the other hand, close to 15,000, we have the buyers, we have also the production costs that related with the miners. However, the problem that FTX is spreading in the market, it's not good at all. So we can never know how all of this situation will end during this moment. So I think that probably we may see another move close to 50,000 again, 50,500. It is not a small situation. Also, many others in the market already know this news, so this is going to impact a lot the crypto market on the coming hours, I guess. So this is the problem, that we should not add and to take advantage of this move, because we can never know what may happen during the coming hours or probably during the coming days. So we have to see for a clear situation in order to trade. If I'm going to break it down on the lower time frame, so the chart that I have pointed out here is part of another analysis. I was anticipating this bearish move here. It was shared yesterday. Just one moment. So as we can see yesterday that nothing happened, we had the bullish and the bearish scenario, and on the other hand, price broke down from the triangle and it already reached the first target. So it doesn't make sense now that we are talking about the crypto market and that everything is becoming more difficult, more risky to trade, and it doesn't make sense that the price will move above 16,600. So let's be careful, because this is not the right moment to add on Bitcoin long positions, in my opinion. Let's see how the market will calm down. If we are going to have a stop close to 15,800 and 900, and after that we can see for long opportunities. In my opinion, I'm only looking at for the future contracts, not spot market, spot contracts for the moment. The reason is because the price, we have to manage the risk when it comes to trading. So with future contracts, we can manage the risk in a more flexible way. We have to wait. I think that probably until tomorrow the price may come down. It should come down with this situation. So stay short, or better out of the market is probably also better. This is the last point that I'm looking at for the price to stop, but I think that it already stopped here. This is an analysis that was shared also before. And another one that I'm looking at, despite the fact that Bitcoin created this bounce here that was 2.3% in a matter of minutes, we can see that it didn't happen the same move on Ethereum. So let's look at Ethereum here. As we can see, Ethereum didn't reach the previous structure that was broken. The price level that actually Ethereum is moving here is a zone that it was moving also during morning. But if we are going to look at this on a bigger time frame for Ethereum, just one moment. Thank you to all of you guys that are joining the live stream. Thank you all, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. And as you can see, I'm still bullish on the bigger picture. I'm looking at this harmonic pattern since a long period of time, and I have also explained the reason why I'm looking at this harmonic pattern. It has also shown very strong resistance on the lower part of the structure, so this is showing that the price is holding very strong. What is really surprising right now is that if the price is going to test and to complete the full harmonic pattern close to 1000. So this is another thing that I'm still considering, and probably it can happen at this situation, because this problem is not good at all. During the previous days, since when the news related to Genesis, Gemini, and BlockFi was shared, all of this move was addressed to them, the bearish move. So at this moment, and now this is becoming reality, probably we may see the price to move down, and after that we may see what will happen. So the first one completed this pattern. We have two harmonic patterns that stop the price. However, we have also another harmonic pattern that is in the making on the 1 hour chart. So if I'm going to break this down right now, exists the possibility that we may see the price to complete this pattern here. This can complete close to this point. This is a potential scenario, 1100, and probability is that it can come also lower to create an extended leg. at this point, and it can come close to 1090. So these are the expectations that I'm looking at for Ethereum as well. As we can see, the patterns combination is getting a little bit messy here, so we are having too many patterns that are pushing the price. However, this time I think that the price probably has chances to move a bit lower. So these are not at all good opportunities to add on the long positions at all for the moment. We just have to be careful, and we have to look at for more clear waters before we jump in the long trade or to add on the other positions. So as we all know, Bitcoin and Ethereum are already considered the indexes for the crypto market, and that is why we cannot add on the other cryptos right now. So this is the worst problem for the moment. And look at the time that we are talking right now. Look at what Bitcoin is doing. So all of this false liquidity, false bullish liquidity, let's say, it is coming down again approximately 1% in some minutes. So it should move lower again. And also the 1 hour pattern that we are looking at stopped the price in a perfect way. So this is increasing the chances that Bitcoin may correct a bit lower. However, we have to be careful close to the bottom of the structure. Probably the price will stop again close to 15,000 where it stopped before. However, this is not a long buy opportunity at all. So at least this is my opinion and what I think at this moment. So this news that came out with 3 different brokers, as we can see at the same time, it is creating a lot of problems. So we don't know if we have any other cryptocurrency broker that is going to face other problems from FTX. So this is the worst problem that we may face right now. Also, look at the price, it's still moving down. It is still bearish, so just don't be surprised from this move, just stay out. Also, Ethereum is coming back again. This is getting more complex here, sorry. Look at the price reaction. So all of these areas that I have placed the targets, all of these areas are high potential target zones where the price can stop on the bearish move. So just be careful, guys, because it is not a good situation at all, in my opinion. But you can take advantage in both the bullish and bearish side as well. This time, this is the bearish side. One of the guys is asking about Tron. Yes, I may look at it. I have it here. Just one moment. So I was looking at Tron since some days ago that I have shared this analysis because I had this ready. On the daily chart or weekly chart, let's say, we have some very good areas here where the price stopped at the beginning at 0.046. This is the 4th time that the price faced the lower support. The weekly candle here closed bullish, let's say, considering the long week of the candle, and look at also the second week is bullish. Now we are on the 3rd week that the price is still developing here. We can see very low volume on the daily movements. These are very small candles, despite the fact that Tron has actually a very high probability to increase the price. And if we are going to move on the 4-hour time frame, we are actually in this situation. So look at the price. price is already showing some bullish pressure, so it is not moving down below this area. However, we have some candles that are doing up and down, up and down. What is very important in my opinion right now is that price should stay above this area here, above 0.052, because if we are going to look at another breakdown, it may come down to retest the bottom again. And the bottom at this moment, considering the structure analysis on the 4-hour, it may come close to 0.04. So that is where it can be the next stop. On the 1-hour analysis, look at the chart, what is actually happening. We are close to a potential bearish move. I hope this is not going to happen. This is a potential pattern, so it doesn't mean that the price should move lower right now, but we are close to the right shoulder completion. So probability exists at this moment that we may see the price to break the neckline of the pattern, and after that it can continue lower. However, for the moment this is still holding. Let's see if the price will break or it will not break the top. The chances for the bullish move will increase only if the price will make a bounce above 0.054. Until that moment, both moves are possible, the bullish and the bearish move as well. So that is why we have to be careful, because the price is showing this probability right now. We can't have a more clear picture than the one on the 1-hour. So just focus on these 2 points. Just let me make it more clear. These are the 2 points that you should focus on Tron, 0.051 and 54. So hope it was good. Thank you very much for your nice comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Roberto. What we are going to look at, one of the guys is asking about Dogecoin. Yes, we may look at it. We have time. Okay, also Ripple. Yes, yes. So let's look at what Dogecoin is actually doing. This is not at all one of my favorite, to be honest, considering the fact that Dogecoin is actually manipulated a lot from the news and what may happen with Twitter and other stuff. So that is why I don't like to jump on this trade. But as we can see on the daily chart, I'm going to look at this in this way. We can see that price already created this lower support area. This is dating back on February 21 at this point. Here we have the next area that is dating back in June 22. Just one moment, we have another support area here, so the price is still holding strong. And the highest point that I was looking at for Dogecoin is this here. This is a very old target that I already have. It wasn't reached for a small percentage. The problem here with Doge is that actually Doge created this breakout from the structure. So this is increasing the probability for the price to rise from this point. It may move higher. As I see, the chances are that we can have a minimum price increase close to this small structure and to the other structure. However, I don't see this happening now if we are not going to see any speculative movement or probably an increase in the bullish volume. With the actual market conditions, this is very, very difficult in my opinion. I don't see this happening right now. But everything can happen considering that this is just a meme coin and everyone is jumping on this trade. Just 1 minute. For the moment, we are in a type of pattern that is still expanding on the upper part of the structure, so this is a bit more interesting right now. So let's keep it in this way. If price will manage to stay within this pattern, even if it comes a bit lower, it will not be a big problem. It should rise again from this point. What will create the bearish move here is probably if price is going to invalidate the pattern, and after that it may continue with the bearish move. So this is the only scenario where I would like to focus. 0.09 is the critical area here, so just focus on this broadening wedge pattern. But it has chances that it can arise from this moment. So overall, we are, let's say, in a moment that the price is trying to take a possible movement on the bullish side or on the bearish side. So during these days, we are having too many scenarios that are developed in this way for bullish and bearish side as well. So just focus in this area, in my opinion. For the short-term targets, let's say, I would like to take this part of the structure and the other one is the part of this here. The next target are bigger that we can see on the right corner. So if it moves higher, it should reach there. However, it's a bit early to look at this right now. The next one is Ripple. That just 1 moment. Okay, here we are here. I have shared Ripple also during these days. The problem with Ripple is a bit different compared to the others. So despite the problems that the market had from FTX and the other things right now, we can see that Ripple is advancing on the suit that they actually have with SEC. And all of this area here is showing that we have a strong bullish volume from the Ripple lovers. So I don't think that probably Ripple is going to move lower from this point. What is really important that I want to point out on this picture, because this is very important on Ripple, we don't have to see the price to move below 0.2890. So this is an area that I don't like to see the price, because after that we don't know what may happen. On the other hand, Ripple, as we all know, is a very good project. They are signing new contracts, they are expanding. However, we have to be very careful from the actual situation. But from all the cryptocurrencies, Ripple is one of them that I actually like a lot. And as we can see, despite the problem with FTX, Ripple from bottom to top recovered 32%. So this is not bad at all in these market conditions. On the lower time frame, I don't see anything big at all in Ripple. These are normal moves. Price is just doing up and down with deep moves. If we are going to see Bitcoin tomorrow probably to reach 15,000 or 50,500, don't be surprised if we are going to see Ripple close to this area again. So this is a higher chance scenario considering the market conditions that we are facing right now. So this is something that I don't want to look at this. But if price is going to create this type of move during the coming hours or probably tomorrow, we may see for any potential buy opportunity. So even if we are going to buy this area, just one moment to make it a bit clear. We can use our liquidation price or stop price, let's say, stop losses below 0.2890. And it should be a very good trade for the long term, in my opinion. So let's be careful and let's trade with managed risk all the time. So all the time we should have a trading plan. We don't have to just to jump in the market. We don't have to jump in the news. But when we have like this type of combination that the news is coming out and we have also the technicals in line with the fundamental analysis, this is showing that we have to be very careful because they are both in line with each other. So this is a type of high probability scenario with potential also trap here that we may see. So hope you guys enjoyed the analysis for today. I would really appreciate not to forget and press the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much and I hope to see you on the next live stream. Bye bye.